Hey guys, Fits and Fun back here again, and today we are going to focus on long exposure. I'm going to give a step-by-step tutorial on exactly how to do it on the T7i. Now, this is something I had literally just learned earlier today. Like I said before, I have had this camera now for about 4 months, and I am not a professional photographer, never claimed to be. I am learning stuff on the fly, and as soon as I learn it and I'm comfortable doing it, I share it with you in a very simple step-by-step way, so that way we can kind of learn together. And I'm just sharing my experience with this camera because I figure a lot of people out there probably are like me, who don't know a lot about cameras. Maybe you just got it like I did, and you get this thick book that's about that thick, and you're wanting to just have a quick video to show you exactly how to do stuff, and you don't want to spend an hour going through the book. And actually, oddly enough, long exposure, I had no clue about it. I watch videos of people who are extremely experienced, who are excellent at what they do, give tutorials on it, and never once did they actually tell me step by step how to do it, and especially not how to do it on this camera, the T7i. I don't know if this is just new software or what, but anyways, so I'm gonna go through step by step, show you how to do long exposure photos. And if you're curious on exactly what long exposure photos are, like I was when first time somebody said, hey, do you do long exposure photos? I was like, I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna show you that too. This is just a crude sample of it that my first experimentation with long exposure. And trust me, after you learn how to do it and you get confident doing it, it's very simple. But first, you need to hook the camera up to your phone through the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and you have to control the camera with your phone, because while you do long exposure photos, there cannot be any kind of camera shake at all. And when you push the shutter, it will shake the camera and it'll actually ruin it. It's that sensitive. And the other thing you're going to need is a very dark situation, either outdoors or indoors. As you can see right now, I'm outside in the light, so this is not going to work. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below if you don't know how to hook the camera up, this exact camera, the T7i, to your cell phone, or if you have a remote, even better. But if you want to use your cell phone, you can use that as a remote. I'll link that in the description below. So do that first. Make sure you can sync the two. Otherwise, if you try this, it's not going to be as effective and it might be blurry. So I'm going to wait a couple hours, then we're going to see, once it gets dark, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it and show you why you might want to do it. It's really cool. So we'll have that up and running here in a minute. All right, so step one is to turn the camera on. Just put it in the on position. Step two is, in this instance, you want to turn it to the M, which is the full manual mode. And then these are your options here. This is all you basically have to do to set up long exposure mode. You tap the Q, come up here to this setting where it says bulb, and tap on the bulb. Okay, so if it's over here, you want to put that, make sure that this bulb is highlighted right there, bulb. I'm gonna set this at the f2.8. Now don't be thrown off by this f2.8. If you're using a kit lens, it'll probably only go down to 4. So, and that's fine. You'll still get good results. So again, don't worry about this f2.8 if yours says f4. I don't think there's a wrong option here. I think you just want to keep it down in here. And then for the ISO, I'm actually going to leave it at 400 for the sake of this. As you can see here, this is what you want. You got bulb, 2.8, 400. Now again, these settings here you can play with to adjust, and I would recommend experimenting with those. Maybe find something that you like better in the photo, or a setting that you think looks better or is up to what you really want it to look like. This is the basic setup that you want to actually take the photo. Okay guys, so for the sake of this tutorial here, this is the setup. We're in a room this dark. Okay, I've got a candle, and here's the phone that I'm going to use as a remote. Okay, now it is shooting. As you saw there, all I did was hit the shoot I know this is difficult to see. I'm using an old Galaxy S5 because I'm using my phone in the camera. So as you can see down here, that is how long the long exposure is running. Now I don't know how long I can let it run, but I'm going to let it run for about a minute. And this is the light that you can see. Okay, that's it. That candle. Now granted, this is a cell phone, an older cell phone at that, but we're going to let this run for a minute. And I'm going to stop it. Okay, right up there in that top right corner, it is telling me how long it's running on the phone to use as the remote. So let's stop it. Put it down here and hit stop. Boop. And you just heard the shutter on the camera, and wow, that was pretty cool. Okay, now let's just take a standard picture. Okay, now that's just your standard picture. And that's it, folks. Long exposure, hopefully made simple for you. And here's a few extra photos. And as always, thanks for watching. If you like what you see here, please subscribe to the channel.